Hello everyone, this is Mohanji. We are together here to celebrate a very important and basic aspect of our existence, silence. Silence is our very nature. Silence is what integrates us, unites us with ourselves. As we all know, we are experiencing this earth, and for that we are using our faculties such as body, mind, intellect, ego, and all the senses associated with it. We experience this world through our senses, and senses are sensors. They search and find various aspects of the world, and to process them and to experience them, we have mind, which processes emotions, intellect, which processes informations, and ego, which processes materials connected to personality, our positions and possessions and all such things. So all the time when we are awake, we are in the pursuit of experiencing various aspects of life. And all these aspects has its root in silence. And absolute silence is like a huge, unfathomable ocean. It's huge. And all the noises are like waves. They come, but they don't exist. They go back to the ocean. So every noise has come out of silence, and all those noises go back into silence. And once we know that silence is the base of our very existence, we start connecting to the very core of our being, which is silence. There is no pressure for thinking. Thoughts are very noisy. There are no pressure for expressions. Silence is more powerful than any expression. All expressions create various feelings and emotions in the world around us. Likewise, we get affected with so many things of life. Each aspect of us is influencing so many things around us. So if we are rooted in deep silence, our expressions will be only on essential basis. So here we are trying to bring together the whole world as a remembrance, as a reminder that our very existence is always linked to eternal silence. The whole system, the whole galaxies, everything operates in beautiful silence. And silence makes us one. It integrates us, it unites us. And all the expressions that we experience or we have in our course of life, they all have some kind of impermanence. They are all temporary, and they have a limited existence. Or some of the incidents happen, its experience stays, and sometimes they become memories, sometimes we don't remember them. But silence, when you get back to silence, which is out of which all this has come, we feel there is a deep permanence there, because ocean is permanent, waves are temporary. Now, we are trying to bring everybody together, all of us are together on this one beautiful cause, the cause of being silent. What is the advantage of being silent? You can see that the world is now divided by minds. Minds only connect to material things and boundaries, frames. We look at every individual in frames. We look at it, we classify, we assess, we judge, we criticize. We are in a hurry to compartmentalize people, to put people in boundaries. And that creates a lot of differences and divisions. We have seen that happening in the name of religions, in the name of language, particular culture or orientations. We have divided the world. And with all these divisions, what we have experienced or all that we have experienced across the time is that the pressure of having no complete experience, because we are all pressured as tourists in this beautiful land, and where we have to be restricted to certain boundaries. In fact, our whole system or whole constitution is not made to be restricted to boundaries. We are born free. We are free. But our freedom should not disturb the world outside. Our religion or our belief systems should not disturb anybody else. We believe in being one. All beings are one, not just human beings. All living beings on earth have their expressions. Most of the living beings on earth, they live as per the law of nature. Because human beings use intelligence and imagination, we have created our own laws, our own patterns, our own existence structures. So we do not really depend on the nature, but instead we depend on our intelligence. So it's our responsibility as well, as we use our intelligence and use our imagination to experience this earth. We are also responsible. More than our rights, we have responsibility. It is time we recognize our responsibility. And that responsibility should be rooted on extreme stillness, that means consistency. Silence, that means awareness, wisdom. The highest wisdom is the wisdom of the unification, unity. That's what we are. So many different variety of beings, one soul, operating through various beings, one spark, one vibration, same energy, expressing itself through numerous beings. And that's the variety and beauty of our existence. For that to be fully experienced, we should not use our senses only. We should also use our silence. That means the inner eyes, the eyes that sees through the physical eyes, the ears that listens through the physical ears. Every aspect of us is processed by either every aspect or everything that we collect from this earth is processed through mind, which is emotions. It processes emotions, and that's the food of the mind. Emotions are the food of the mind. And so many things are processed. Informations are tons of information in this internet age. All informations are not real informations. Many are opinions. Our opinions are related to what we are at that time, not exactly what we eternally are. So all opinions that we experience are not usually permanent. They are not permanent opinions. They all transform, they change. Whatever changes is not fully real. They are not only reality. They are not the real reality, not the eternal reality. So we are processing tons of information. What we process becomes knowledge. All informations do not become knowledge. Like all the food that we consume do not get put into the stream of body. So all the informations that we collect, we do not process. Many are discarded. Some we don't even get. Some are handled in an absent-minded state. So they don't belong to us. What is processed becomes our knowledge. And that knowledge which we actually experience becomes our wisdom. So wisdom is connected to experience, and experience also only when your faculties are fully present. That means if the mind is not present with the eyes, you don't see. If the mind is not present with your ears, you don't hear. So this is exactly how we operate, and this much limited we are. If we really understand that this limited we are, we will sit back and witness this whole show. As we wake up in the morning, you get a world out there. When you sleep, world is there, but the world doesn't belong to you, or you do not have that world for experience. So in the state of waking, we experience the world within our capacity, within our constitution, within our moods. So many factors. When we are very, very well and healthy, we see the whole world beautiful. When we are not so healthy, when we are a bit sick, then we feel that the world is not good enough. So everything it has this relative existence. All our experiences are relative, not permanent. So what is the cause of silence? The cause or the relevance of silence in us? That is where it all has started from. In deep sleep state, when you do not have your mind at your hand, at your disposal, when you have no intellect, no ego, we are not aware of the body, we are totally in a state of death-like state where we are totally dissolved. That's a time when only silence exists. Just our faculties are all immersed in silence and then absolute stillness. So in that silence and stillness, the whole aspects which we considered as this incarnation, which is of course having a duration and also changes as we evolve in the time. We have our childhood, youth, adulthood, all these things are part of our existence. That means it's all changing. Everything dissolves. In deep sleep state, we could be a small child, we could be an old person, doesn't matter. Everything is dissolved. So all these things are again reintegrated when we are awake. So when we wake up, we bring everything forth and then we start looking at the world, experience various aspects of earth, like food, like energies of various types, the places, positions, everything has relevance only when we are awake. Nothing has relevance when we are dead. Dead or in deep sleep, both are same. Actually, in death state, nothing matters because we go empty-handed. We came empty-handed, we leave empty-handed. But in deep sleep state, also at that point in time, we have nothing. Everything is left here. When we wake up, we come back or we repossess, reclaim all these things. So in order to reconnect with ourselves, we definitely need that state of silence every day in 24 hours, unconsciously mostly. But now we are trying to consciously connect ourselves into deep silence. And that silence unites not only us internally, it also unites us externally between all the hearts. When all the hearts are united in this world on one platform of silence, there are no divisions, there are no separations, there is only love. Because we see ourselves in everything. That's the beauty of it. We are everything. We do not feel it because we are too occupied or preoccupied with this incarnation and its attributes. But once you demolish all that and you look around, you see that every being is expressing or experiencing in its own capacity, within its boundaries, within its time and duration, space, and aspirations. Human beings are operating based on their desires, pending desires, which brought us here, which seeks fulfillment. There can be a million requirements, a million ways or million reasons for fulfillment, million desires or billion desires. It can be very, very large appetite. And also desires on one side, then we all have our inclinations. We are inclination driven by inclination. We are expressing our set of inclinations, which we see absolutely open in small children. As we grow older, we tend to hide them. But then we do have inclinations, and likes and dislikes are connected to inclinations. So on one side, the set of desires, an ocean of desires. To navigate through that, we have our inclinations, which also is our boundary, our capacity. Then we also have time and space to fulfill that. This is life. This is all about life. That's all what we're doing. So every being here, whether it is human being or beings of any species, they all have the same need, same relevance, same requirement. Most of the other species, they live on instincts. Basic instinct is survival instinct. But human beings, we have chosen, or we have got this grace or gift of awareness. We can use our intelligence and we can use our imagination with which we have created this whole world. So it's time we go back to basic and we integrate into ourselves based on silence, and that silence will unite us, and through this silence we bring peace. Silence and peace are synonymous. We bring peace, and thus peace will wipe away all differences, all the things which mind has created, things, when I say things, the divisions that the mind has created, the boundaries that we have created, class, culture, country, color, community, all these things will dissolve, and we only see unity, only see love. And when we really see love, the aspect of love is just like a substratum. All other emotions are temporary. Love is the ocean. Every other emotion comes and goes. No anger stays forever. No hatred stays forever. No jealousy stays forever. They all come and go. Love stays. So when all the noises are taken away, there is silence. Likewise, all the emotions are taken away, there is love. So we will start seeing the truth all the time. Imagine we live in that truth. It will be a beautiful life. We will only be loving the whole world, the whole beings, every being. And our expressions would be love. We will not be selfish. We will only wake up in the morning and be grateful that we are alive. And we only think one thing: what else can I do for this world? What else can I give? What else can I share? That makes you rich. I invite you to this richness, and I congratulate the team who has put this together, this effort together. I'm endorsing this and I'm supporting this with full gratitude to the existence for giving me this opportunity, and to all the people who invited me to talk to all of you. I'm submitting this in the hands of eternity, this whole mission in the hands of eternity. And I wish all of you immense peace, happiness, contentment, and bliss. Thank you. I love you.